Well, I'm getting ready to start the shelf build with the shutters, and I kind of been putting it off because I don't know what color to paint them, and it's going to be a booger to paint them. But I've got them laid out here, and they are 31.5 inches. I need to go cut 2 shelves, a shelf to go on each one of them. And I think I'm going to have the shelf itself hang over about 1 inch. So I need 33.5 inch long shelf. But I got to go see just how wide the piece of board I have. I think I have a board that's long enough to do 2 of them. So I'm going to go to the garage and check that. Okay, my board is 9 inches wide, and I have a funny feeling that's going to be too wide. For if that shutter was a little wider itself, it might be all right. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 33.5 inches, take it in and kind of look at it, and if it doesn't work, then I'll have my husband take it out in his work shed, and I'll have him cut it down to wherever I want it, 6, 7 inches wide, I don't know. But I'm going to cut one piece off and take it in with the shutter and kind of hold it up against it and see how that works. Okay, the depth or width of this is 7. Of course, I'm going to fit this on, you can see back here. So I'm thinking maybe, let me get this. I should probably go 7 on that. And he'd be taking about 1.25 inches off from it. So I think I'll go cut another board at 30 or 33.5 inches long, and then have him rip them down to 30 or to 7 inches. And that will work. Then I can get started on it. Well, at least I know my figure now, because I want to make some ends to go on them, and I need to know. So I'm going to know that 7 inches, and this is 7 inches. And I could go ahead and cut those as long as I know my measurements. Okay, I'm going to go cut another board of this at the same length for the other shutter. And then I'm going to work on the sides, the brackets. Yeah, I want to make wood brackets. I do have some brackets. I think I have a set of, let me see. Yeah, I do have a set of those, which I like. But I'll need 2 of them, and I'm not going to wait to get them in on Amazon. All right, I want to go cut my board down and make my brackets, and then I'll start painting my shutters, and by that time, my husband ought to be down home and be able to rip those boards down for me. And I probably won't be able to start on them until tomorrow, any more than that. Well, I've decided that I'm not going to cut or have the board cut down. Now I'm trying to decide on what end I want. There's that one. Kind of pull back and let you see that. Or there's just a little more plain. I don't know. A little more frilly or plain. I can't make up my mind which one I want. I like them both. I should have just made one and done it. There's that or that. Now I've got to make up my mind which one I'm going to use. Trying to see if I was up like this, that's really plain. Up like that, you can't really tell. I don't know. Well, I've got to pick one of them, and once I do and I get it made, I probably won't think, oh, I wished I'd have used the other one. It'll be done and I'll never notice. I think I'm leaning towards that one. All right, here's the ones that I went with. And I cut 2. Now I need to go out and cut 2 more. But I thought I'd stop and get some lunch. But I got 2 of them down. 2 more to go. Okay, I've started painting, and I'm using the Dixie Belle chalk paint drop cloth color. And it's going to take me a bit to go over all of these. It is, and I've got 2 of them to do. But at least I'm not going to worry too much. I'm not going to worry about the back. These are going to be for me. And I'm not going to worry about painting them, but I do want to get down in between each slot. And it's going to take me a bit, but I'll get it done. All right, guys, I get further along. I'll come back because I don't want to sit here and bore you by painting. We all know how to paint. I have both of my shutters painted, and I sanded them down just a little bit, just stressed them a little bit. Now I'm going to go over with some DIY, the clear wax, and from there, I don't know what I'm going to use on them, so it's going to be some kind of a dark wax to, you know, give it some a little more depth and distress it a little more. But I'm going to go over it first with this clear wax. And I'm using a brush that kind of has a pointed tip so it will get down in the crevices. And I'll coat the whole thing with this and kind of rub it back some. Wipe it off. And then figure out what kind of wax that I'm going to use. Dark wax over the top of it. Okay, I've started putting on the top coat by Jolie. It's in the brown, and I think that's what I'm going to use because it just kind of gives it an older, not bright white look. So I'm going to go and cover all this, and this will show more, so I really have to work it. Like right in there. I'm going to put it on real generous and then wipe it back. We'll see how that works. I gave both shutters the coat of the DIY clear wax. Now this might take a little bit too. It's going to work down in the crevices. And I had to do that with the clear wax also. I'm going to do just a little bit and then wipe it back and see how it's looking. Okay, let's see how it's looking. I want to make sure I've got that down in those crevices there because I won't be able to get that back out, and that's the way I want it. Okay, I think that's giving it an old, dirty look. And on my top shelf, I've got to do my brackets yet. Got to do all 4 of these. I'll probably do them the same way I done this. And on my top shelf, I don't know if I'm going to do the DI or do it the same way, or maybe go over it with, I think what I'm going to do is go over it with my vinegar mixture to make my wood that I've sanded down for the top look old. And if I don't like the way that looks, then I'll go over it and do it the same way I'm doing this. So I'm going to finish on with this and get this good and coated and see how it looks all together being done. Okay, I thought I'd give you a shot of it, one finished and one not. Anyways, the one on your right is a little darker, looks a little more aged. And here's the one I started on that down there, and I thought, well, I'd like to give you all a shot of what it looked like before I put the wax on and after I used the dark wax, the brown wax. So now I'm going to finish on with the second shutter. Okay, so I painted my brackets and went over them with clear wax. Went over them with dark wax. They just didn't look good to me. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I realized I forgot to take them out and stress them. They're all... So I'm just going around the edges. I took them out to stress them. Now I'm just going around the edges with the brown Jolie brown wax and wiping it back, and I'm going to call it good because I still have my shelves to go, and I think I should have just started with one shelf and then worked on another one later. But I think from here I'm going to finish these brackets and I'm just going to worry about one shelf, because actually it won't, the second shelf won't be going up where I'm going to put it, because in less than probably a month, I'm going to be putting out Christmas decor, so I'll just have to take it down, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's where I'm at with this now. And then I was trying to figure out what color to put on the top. And I think I'm just going to go with the same color. I had thought about a darker green, a lighter green. I tried a moss green. I tried the, I can't remember what all the colors of green. And I just don't care for any of them. So the top's just going to be this color. I wish I'd have stained this wood before I painted it, so it could have something to go back to. But that's where I'm at so far. I'm going to finish these brackets, and then I'm going to start on the one top and get one shelf finished and try to get it up where I want it to go. And the other one, I'll make sure I'm finished after I take my Christmas decor down, because my tree goes up normally in that area, and I have to take everything down anyway. Alright, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back. Alright, I have painted my board and distressed it and put some clear wax on it. And now I'm going to go in with some dark wax. This board's big and I don't have enough room for everything. Let's see, I think this will be the back here. And I do just kind of want to work in sections. Get my head out of the light. Just wanting to make it look really distressed and old. There it is. Am I out of frame? I can't tell. Alright, I'm going to continue on with this and just keep waxing a little bit at a time and pulling it back so it's not too heavy. Alright guys, I'm going to continue doing this and I'll come back and show you what it looks like, and after that it should be ready to put together. Okay, right now I've got that all painted and I've just got it sitting here. And I'm trying to figure out whether I want something on the bottom. And if I do, all I can come up with are these knobs here that my husband brought to me out of the barn. Problem is, I only have 5 and I would need 6. When I was trying to bring them in, let's see, take one out. I just don't know if I like it with only 2 on them. I just don't care for the look. So probably just put this together and forget the knobs for right now until I can see if he has any more of them. But yeah, it's ready to be put together now. Alright guys, I'm braving it by myself. I've got it almost put together. I got the braces on both sides and I've just got to attach the top. So I'll use my brad nailer and some glue and get that put on, and then I can take it in the house. It'll be ready to go. I can take it in the house and pull down my decor off my wall and hang it up. When I get that done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. I've decided until I find out if he has another knob, I'm not going to put the knobs on him, and if he doesn't, then I'll be looking for something, because I really want to put some kind of little hanger on those. I would prefer to have them before I got them finished, but hopefully I'll find some before Christmas is over, and I'll go to put up my second shelf, and I can have my second shelf done, and then take this one down and put the whatever I can find to put down there. Alright guys, I'm going to continue working. I'll show it to you when I've got it hung. Well, it's finally finished. I got one finished and the other one is ready to be put together. Everything's done. It just needs to be put together. But my husband came home and I asked him if he had any more knobs in the barn, and he went out and found me some, and we put the knobs on this and the other one. And then we got it hung up, and I decorated it with a few little things. Not a lot. It's just quick because it's going to be coming down here in a little, just shortly, for the Christmas decor. But I put one of the pumpkins I made on it, an amber bottle, a little apple angel I made, and some fall leaves with some old bottles sitting there. That's my Sally cow. She likes to escape ever so often, and she was standing at the back door one day, and I snapped that picture and I printed it out and framed it. I really like it. And then I put another little pumpkin I made here, and my daddy's old oil can. I got that out of all his junk. I think it's really cute. And then just hung a few little things on the hooks for right now. But that's how it turned out. And I have one, like I said, to come over in this corner over here. But in the meantime, I have an idea. I found something on Pinterest and I just love it. So I'm going to insert a picture of it right now, because I'm going to really want to find that and put that in this area right here in this corner against that wall there where the pictures are. And I'm going to insert a picture right now. But isn't that the cutest? I saved that off Pinterest quite a while ago and told my husband to be looking for an old door that doesn't, you know, not a full door. It has to have a window in it. And I just absolutely think it's adorable. All right, guys. This is how it turned out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.